Test 1, 2. All right. Naxx Ramus is out. Let's set up my profile. Oh my god, I can't believe it's here. Oh, I just was trying to change the profile name. Okay. Turn down the volume just a little bit for myself. Green shake off. We probably want this. The one game that I'm like, okay, yeah, you can have my gameplay data. That's cool. Crank the FPS limit. Turn off the V-Sync for now. All right. Single player, it's here. It's here. It's here. This is so exciting. Oh my god. It's a fucking holiday. Alright, I do have to fix up my camera just a little bit. I will treasure this stream forevermore. Treasure this day. Alright, if that was off, that was gonna drive me crazy. Make myself a little bit smaller. We don't need to see that much of my beautiful face. Look how moisturized my skin is. What I just did before this while I was waiting in line in the queue. Alright. Select a room to travel to move up in the Spire. Okay, nothing crazy here. Got it. Alright, it already looks like the map is a little bit thicker. Good. We have a pen function finally. That's amazing. Now, my goal is to win my very first run. That is the goal here. We're going to take a double elite path. All right. Let's do the first room first, and then let's see what we get. See what we get. Defeat enemies by playing cards from my hand. Cards require energy. This is all looking normal for now. Start of your turn, new cards are drawn. Energy is replenished. Defensive cards give me block. Block wears off at the start of my next turn. So that is the same as well. Oh, we have the keyboard control still. Amazing. Alright, maybe I'll just play with the mouse for now. The mouse? Okay, I was worried there was mouse acceleration for a second. Do a dash. Vulnerable, 50% more damage. Damn, this is just like the Slay the Spire board game, isn't it? I like that they have the turn counter in the bottom right corner. Bash and kill. Set up strike. Deal 7 damage, gain 2 strength this turn. Tremble, 2 vulnerable. Blood wall, lose 2 life, gain 16 block. Pretty wild. Revuln. Let's take the strength one for now. I think I'm going to take this route. We're going to take some question marks to start this run. You're going to give me a status card. That's so rude. These little leaf slimes look great. They're so cute. I can't believe this is out. I'm sitting here playing Slay the Spire 2. Turns out there can be good things in 2026, huh? Did not realize that was a possibility. Alright, let's try out the keyboard hotkeys. Good. Okay, looks like we still have anger. Breakthrough. Lose 1 life. Deal 1 damage to each opponent. Breakthrough has to be insane. It has to be insane. At the end of the act, I'm gonna fight Phantom. I'm gonna take Breakthrough. Play a little bit more of an offensively driven. So we can take this egg and we can hatch it at a rest site, or we can just grab the 7 max HP. 7 max HP is less than 10% of our life total. I'm gonna take the egg. I want to see what this hatches into. A shrinker beetle. It's gonna apply a debuff to me. See what it does. Ooh, new debuff. While it's alive, my attacks deal 30% less damage. Oh, and the egg is a card. That's so cool. I feel like Breakthrough is not worth the 1 additional life loss. That's not enough to kill it. We're gonna have to block. We should have just triple blocked right there. Chat, remind me to count. That's the thing I need to do is count. Okay, we have 3 potion slots. Iron Wave, what a classic. Cinder is pretty cool. Dismantle is wild. We have no vulnerable in our build right now. I'm going to take the Iron Wave. Iron Wave is rarely a bad thing to have, right? Wow, Sown, the first time you play this card, each combat gain energy. What can I upgrade in my deck? I mean, Breakthrough seems really good to upgrade. Iron Wave has the same numbers from the last game. Sown is kind of metal. I think we put Sown on our vulnerable applier. And then we're going to try to upgrade this bash. Upgrading Bash is a very low floor kind of move, and I'm here for it. Oh shit, I should have read this. At the end of its turn, gains 1 strength. Oh, and I stole this guy's egg. Or this gal's egg. Oh. Awkward. A little rude of me, huh? You know, we could make our camera a little bit tighter. I am just not trying to sit up straight right now. No way on this planet. $18 damage in. I am totally burning my potion on this fight. 6 times 3, 18 damage coming in. Our sewn trigger has already gone off. 20 incoming damage. If we go breakthrough, okay, vulnerable is out. That'd be 13 plus 9. We get there. And we do have to use breakthrough in the end. That's okay. We just took a lot of life loss. We got a Vajra. We like that a lot on Ironclad. It's actually insanely busted on Ironclad. Fire's pretty interesting. Get some energy. We have Bludgeon if we need a really big weapon. We don't have the energy to support Bludgeon. Pyre is really slow. Oh yeah, and it doesn't go down to 1 mana. So let's take the Evil Eye. I think we need a few more defensive options. We're gonna go to the left. Alright, Inklets. We got these little cat creature things. Gain a little life, do a little damage. So these have 1 turn of intangibility, it looks like. Kill the one that's going to hit really hard. And as of now, it looks like I can just block the rest of the damage. We have this block potion too. We're going to go to a campfire right after this, though. Alright. There's one of them gone. Block the rest of that damage. Let me send my link to a couple people. On we march. Stomp. 12 damage to all enemies. And it goes down in cost when we play attacks. That's wild. Armaments, the classic Shrug It Off is the same Stomp Plus. So we would need more Iron Wave effects for Stomp to be like really, really good. I'm going to take the balanced approach. Take Shrug It Off. Greetings. Hardenog, good to see ya. Isn't that crazy? Naxx Ramus is out. We're going to hatch the egg. We have a new card type in this game. Oh my god, a 0 mana 14 attack. We love to see it. So we stomped a nest and got an egg out of it, and we just hatched the egg. There's a new kind of card in this game. It's called a quest. It goes into your deck and is a dead card. Then once you do something with it, the card will upgrade itself. Kind of a cute animal. I like all the animals in this game so far. Oh my god. 0 mana 14. Quest get. Thunderclap. Setup strike. Rage. Rage is kind of vibing with me. Which is not usually true. Thunderclap is a little bit more vulnerable. Setup strike, I don't feel like we can use that effectively. It's not even like Thunderclap is necessarily all that good. But I think we're set up to take another elite fight. Look at this chest. Let me see this animation, alright? Yes. Start of each combat, gain 4 plating. Plating is reduced by 1 at the start of your turn. I like the new merchant design. Anchor's pretty good. If you end your turn with no cards in your hand, deal 20 damage to all enemies. So you're asking me to lower the CMC of my deck? If I just have to. It's probably already the best thing you can do. I'm kind of paranoid. I kind of want to heal. I'm playing the Ascension 0 a little bit safe. I want to win my very first run. My goal. Look at this frog parasite. Look how cute it is. I mean, other than all the worms sticking out of it. Or maybe because of all the worms sticking out of it. Look at that. We just nuked it. Oh my god. Let's fully block this one. Okay, so my hunch was good. Fully block it. Oh. Oh. Where's my breakthrough when you need it? Breakthrough, one time. Not quite. That is unplayable from hand. So we're gonna lose... We're gonna take 3 damage twice, setting me to 7. Minus 6, we're gonna be at 1. We're gonna take 5 damage off of this attack. Don't think we can get around it in any capacity. Look at these little wrigglers. So little. So cute. Just a little wiggler. I think we actually do spread damage because we're gonna draw into Thunderclap and Breakthrough in our next 2 hands. This is a boss, right? Oh, we have missed this on the map. We have an inescapable boss fight after this. Really glad we didn't burn our potion earlier. We do have the setup Breakthrough. Perfect. Nuclear one-shot. We're at 71 life. Healing was good. Rampage is pretty good in the early game. Pillage is not bad, but it's low damage. Rampage is much better when you can cycle it, but we only have 17, now 18 cards in our deck. So every 3.5 hands, we're going to shuffle. This is absolutely where we gain strength. 12 incoming damage. 4 incoming damage. Set up strike, and we one-shot the front line. We block all of this damage. We are frail, so we get less block now. That being said, we can kill the trackers. So we no longer care. Then we're gonna bash. Did I call it or what? I mean, don't answer that. I know I did. Battle Trance is insanely good. Uppercut. Oh, I forgot about Uppercut. Our goal should be to empty our hand every turn. True Grit will really help us do this. And when you upgrade True Grit, you get to choose which one you kill. Now, this is a elite. I used the potion on the wrong fight. There is no god, but we knew that. We knew that one. This one has slow. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Is this thing gonna fucking nuke me? 25? Could be worse. We'll take that block. I should have double blocked there, knowing that I have lethal on this turn. Yeah, man, I'm fighting this statue. Well, I was. Hang on, I got something for this. I got something for this.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Ooh, Colossus. Gain 5 block. You receive 50% less vulnerable
Remind yourself
from
that
damage
overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
So our goal is definitely going to be to hit everyone with vulnerable. That seems like pretty clearly my plan. I like the idea of aggression to upgrade something, though. I'm going to try aggression. It just sounds really fun. What is aggression smith in? My god, you can upgrade this thing. Dear lord. Aggression plus, it is innate. My good friend Nate. True Grit is just so valuable to upgrade, though. Choosing what card you exile, that you exhaust.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
We have an insane Evil Eye True Grit synergy. To upgrade Bash. Upgrading Bash is really good too. We have a few too many good options, it would appear. And this, I know this doesn't synergize with our Screaming Flagon, but that's okay. I'm going to take Bash. I think it's a good card to stick a bunch of upgrades onto. I love the new card upgrading system. It is amazing. It's amazing. Right, this thing needs to eat 7 hits before it takes any damage. I'm glad we got another strength potion. I'm going to pop that right away. I forgot to do it last turn. Not that it was irrelevant. Let's get our rampage turned up a little bit. 27 damage incoming. Go Bash. Aggression, True Grit. We lose the breakthrough. That's a lot of damage anyways. Too vulnerable on you. 6 vulnerable on you now. And we block the damage. Stinger comes up. It looks like that's a 3-turn cycle. Thunderclap. The odds are good with True Grit. We did want to probably pitch one of our strikes. That's okay. Ah, it's like a 4-turn cycle, maybe. Deal 30 damage. I think we're approaching this in the right way. This would need to do a whole lot of damage. 29? We would whiff on block. Of course we would. I forgot the classic. More attacks into a vulnerable is better, so I shouldn't have used that bash like 2 turns ago. Alright, that was a little too close for comfort. Epoch discovered. What does that mean? Transform all attacks in your hand into giant rock. Seems pretty strong. I'm not going to do demon form quite yet. Let's do Thrash. Exhaust a random attack in your hand and gain power equal to it. Okay, the eraser is a little small. Could be a little bit of a larger key thing. I'm hoping in the future we can just right-click on nodes to highlight them. That would be perfect. In my chat box a little bit bigger. Terms of elites, we can go down this left side. We can flexibly choose. Oh, KO, the melting dragon. Gain additional energy at the start of your 3rd turn and every turn after that. I may sacrifice card rewards to pale. Every 2 sacrifices, obtain a relic. I mean, that has to be it. The first time you... excuse me. The first time each combat, you end your turn without playing cards. Exhaust your hand and take an extra turn. Does this work favorably with Flygun? Have I found my first anti-synergy? I think we take the card reward one. Because we're already going to be avoiding card reward. Pretty fundamentally. We start off with a lot of block. If its attacks are fully blocked, it becomes stunned. Good for me. Probably Thunderclap Thrash. Ah, so it is destroyed afterwards. That's interesting. I definitely should have used Breakthrough. For some reason, I forget that Burning Blood is my relic. Maybe I am just a little silence pilled. Aggression is terrible for our deck, no matter how cool it is. One of these turns, we're going to end the turn with a empty hand. Promise. That would have been our moment right there. Oh, and we have the chicken next to us. We love the chicken. Tremble. upgrades to Tremble Plus. We don't like that. We're going to sacrifice our card reward. Venerable Tea Set. Whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with an additional 2. So it looks like they've updated the name a little bit. If we go here, we can choose left or right. I think I'm going to remove 2 cards from my deck. Those cards will be... You mostly have strike pluses, in essence. Don't move, mutters the miniature spider as his forelegs begin to glow. Then, in a rush of jabbing motions, pierces you all over. A sense of weightlessness comes over you. Well worth the money. Okay? We're going to think about this double elite fight, but we have a nice rest spot to upgrade before the elite fight. We're already doing a great job of taking no damage. Greetings to anyone just joining us. Can't fully block it, but that's okay. Rude. Rampage. This new card, Thrash, after dealing its damage, it eats an attack from my hand and adds its attack to it. Now the thing about Thrash is it hits twice. So it doubles the damage that's added to it, basically. Want to look at Thrash's upgrade out of curiosity? Thought the upgrade might switch the order on that, but it's probably too strong if it does. For being real. Alright. This is crazy. Screaming Flagon. If you end your turn with no cards in hand, deal 20 damage to all enemies. I can choose not to take my stolen card back. That's really cool. It's time. Let's get a random relic. Whenever you add a power into your deck, upgrade it. Do we want the Evil Eye? Do we want it? Yeah, it's 16 block. Now we can upgrade. I think it's time to upgrade our True Grit. True Grit is really important for our strategy. Reduce all damage taken and lost by Exoskeleton to 9. We could hit the entire board for 9. I think we start by setup striking. Oh, that was our bash moment. Although bash is a little of a move thing. But that also just worked out, how to phrase this, 100% favorably? Is that fair to say? It's a little fair to say. Thunderclap. You're dead. You're dead. Heartless Potion. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was a cigarette for a sec. At the start of your turn, plays from the exhaust pile. Wow. I imagine when it plays from my exhaust pile, it goes back into my graveyard. Am I magic pilled? At the end of your turn, one random attack in your hand is played. I don't think we need this. The argument would be a second breakthrough. Oh, I gotta be careful not to press buttons on my mouse. That's the only way I will Save scum is if I misclick. My mouse has all the number keys on the side of it, and I can and will accidentally press it. I like the Omni Slice. It costs 0. Start with the Thunderclap. This is 21 incoming damage. We can exhaust our Strike, which is already good. Then we can Evil Eye to prevent all damage. We go down to 1 card in hand. We need to start expending all cards in hand. Bash is fantastic. We can't block all this incoming. Let's use Rampage. We take 6 damage. That's going to be covered by our innate ability at the end. And we're going to double strike. Each one dealing 13 damage. Got to memorize that number. Strike onto a vulnerable target does 13 damage. Casual 28 incoming. A little rough. Ah, that's not enough. Another 19 incoming. Ah, bad luck on that. That's okay. Worst things have happened. Chandelier, at the start of your 3rd turn, gain 3 energy. Sounds very strong. I think we take the upgraded armaments. Upgraded armaments is really good. Thorns. Okay. Our damage has increased considerably. My general rule of thumb is 50% life or greater to take an elite fight. What is divining? I predicted you to enter. A raspy voice calls out as you enter a mystic hunt. Your destiny has brought you here. We must uncover your fortune so you can save us all. Okay, here are the options for the Crystal Sphere reading. Be sure to sign this waiver as well, she says. We'll bring out pen and parchment. A really nice drawing. Looking forward to when that crystal ball spins. Oh, what is this? So we can do this 3 times? What about what's in the middle? We can't encompass that package, can we? I don't know what this thing is. We could take the legendary card. Wow, that is an amazing minigame. Oh my god. That's an amazing minigame. I love that. Berry in a bottle. We have Stoke, exhaust your hand, draw a card for each card exhausted. Demon form, the classic, for another aggression. I want to try Stoke. This could be me, just being new card build, but that's okay. Matty, you're allowed to fun max. Come on. Greetings to anyone just joining us. This is Slay the Spire 2 after long, long last. We have our Bash upgraded. Aggression is not good for our strategy, but that's okay. We have this relic, Screaming Flag, and if you end your turn with no cards in your hand, deal 20. That is right, 20 damage to each opponent. We can't gain that much armor. We can do that, and I think this is our energy potion turn, considering we have Thunderclap in here. Breakthrough. Iron Wave, just a little bit more life. And then we finish this one off. We're safe. We're going to gain 6 life at the end of this combat, hopefully. I'm sorry, what? When it dies, it revives next turn at full life? Oh, reading the card explains the card. Shit. What the hell? Alright. We killed it. Good job, Matty. Whenever I apply vulnerable, draw 2. An upgraded uppercut. Ooh. Upgraded uppercut. I don't want the uppercut. We don't have any weak. We need more sources of weak probably. It's almost always how it goes. The nuclear one-shot the front line. Pass with 8 blocks. Dash. March to suck. It's burrowed now. Play out the hand. True Grit could have exiled a block in hindsight. We coming up to the surface. Stunned if all block is removed. We can do that. We can also kill you. In our 6th life, we're at a pretty nice life total now. Now, Stampede sounds fucking fire. At the risk of it being a non-bow, we don't need it with an upgraded Twin Strike. We have Fairy in a Bottle. It's okay if we burn the Fairy in a Bottle. We prefer not to. The first time it takes damage each turn, I gain mana. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Then we get our end turn wagon. This is a seemingly pretty easy boss. I mean, that's fucking famous last words, right? But it's giving me energy. How can I lose against something that gives me energy? We'll use the bash, the Iron Wave. We can stoke the rest of these. We have some mind to preserve our life total, because we would really, really like to smith at the next site. So I should not have used that breakthrough right there to save 1 life. The thing is, we could have saved 1 life like 10 times in a row. Bird swoop. I love the chicken. It's like I have a traveling chocobo with me. All right, 10 seconds, bathroom time. That's what Diet Coke does to you. We are so back, so quite literally back, sitting here right now. Texting my friend the link of the stream, of course. All right. On we march. Ashen Strike. Deal 6 damage, deal 3 additional damage for each card in your exhaust pile. Alright, our strategy is becoming clear. It's a bit of vulnerable and it's a bit of exhaust. I'm a big exhaust gamer, seemingly in every game that I play. You can smith something up. Rampage is going to lose value. Stoke at 0 seems very strong. Seems very strong. Uppercut is already exhausted. Let's try Ashen Strike. We're going to exile most of our deck with a Flex Potion and a Fairy in a bottle. Want to shrug it off. We want the setup strike. Let's get rid of these 3 cards. This is going to give me 6 status cards. What the hell? Not cool. In 4 turns, you will be eaten and die. Why is that so intimidating? It seems like I need to just race it for now. I feel like we do need to drop a frantic escape. Aggression is just a little too valuable. There's some merit to eating the egg there, but I value hitting with the bird right now over that. Next turn it's going to have weak. Then we twin strike. Our clock is at 3 still. I mean, ideally we would just beat it before then, right? Armaments. $23, $34 damage. Huge hit. Another 42 damage. Alright, I have learned my lesson. That would have executed it on the spot. Frantic escape. 14. 10. And we kill it next turn. Another close fight. This is 16 damage. Hurts who kills it. Jeez. It was a little close for comfort, am I right? Greeting to anyone just joining us. This is Slay the Spire 2 after long last. Thrash is insane already. Conflagration. Deal 8 damage to all enemies. Deal 2 additional damage for each other attack you've played this turn. For anyone who is just joining us, this is the relic that we're kind of building around. You end your turn. If you end your turn with no cards in your hand, deal 20 damage to each opponent. Crimson Mantle. At the start of your turn, lose a life and gain 10 block. That has to be good for me. What we could do is keep using these thrashes, which synergize with Evil Eye, Stoke, and then Ashen Strike gets insanely strong. right? But it seems like we need a little more survivability. We are at 14 life. Are we gonna... Okay, we healed a full. Got me a little nervous there. Could lose 9 max life. Had 3 apparitions. Create an ethereal copy of the first attack you play each turn. Maybe not. Fiddle seems good. Fiddle seems really good. But I'd rather fiddle. Or add 3 apparitions to it. Apparitions are pretty damn good. They scale really well. We need to start thinning this deck yesterday. My God. What is happening? We need to prioritize a merchant. We could go down the double merchant route. No forced elite fight. Seemingly not many campfires. We could go elite rest, shop. That looks like a sick goddamn breakthrough, through grit, pitching stoke. Should have done that first. Why did I do that? I don't know. What an impulsive choice. I can slow down a little bit. Whenever it does unblocked damage to me, I lose 2 max life. Okay, so that was definitely the right move. Fuck. No way for me to lose another... Oh, I should have apparited. I still have this defensive thing. Man, this just sucked down my life so hard. It ate my life through a little squeezy straw. Looks like they connected twice in that. We have Pale's Wing. Whenever I go to my card rewards, I can sacrifice my card reward. In exchange, every 2 times I do that, I obtain a relic. Now, it doesn't even say what the rarity is. Draw 2 fewer cards and raise your max HP by 20. A little mid. As of now, we're going to have to go down this left side to heal. Potentially. 3 cards upgraded is fantastic. We could lose an apparition. Don't want to lose one of our powerful attacks in particular. Devoted Sculptor, so we got a cultist. Look at this new cultist. How sick is that? Greetings to anyone just joining us. Let's do aggression. Deploy our power. So aggression will put a card at the start of my turn from my graveyard into my hand and upgrade it permanently. Just kidding, not permanently. I didn't mean to say that. What we're gonna do... Do we want these 2 cards in this fight? I think we do. No, we don't. We don't care about them. What we're doing is we're amplifying our exhaust pile because we have a card called Ashen Something. Ashen Something, what it does is it gets stronger based on how many cards are exhausted. Ashen Strike. Deal 18 damage, plus 4 for every card in my exhaust. That's coming from my 3 exhausted cards. We're going to exhaust some more. Bash, I have upgraded so that when I play it, it gives me 1 energy refund. We got 3 apparitions in exchange for losing some of our max life. And we lost one of our apparitions to a very windy bridge. Would like to point out the relic. Which one is it? Chandelier. At the start of your 3rd turn, gain 3 energy. That is what just happened right there, for anyone curious. Strike in strike. We can apparition again. Do we need to add more bash? More vol? Yeah, actually, why not? We have evil. Ashen Strike for 40 damage. Did that. That's crazy. Skill, if you exhausted a card this turn, gain 4 energy. That is wild. Rupture, whenever you lose health on your turn. So we now have a combo with Rupture and that other power. What we need to do is to thin our deck, though. We need to exhaust something. We're going to attack for 29 turn 1. I'm a little insane. Now it's down to 21. Aggression is only attacks. I didn't realize that. Is it even good if we loop? I don't even think it's good if we loop it. An uppercut, that is. I think we just go Iron Wave. Good apparition. Setup and Thrash. Thrash eats the breakthrough. Thrash is now 32 damage. Thorns doing work off of our bronze and scales. Yeah, we apparition again. Apparition does not go down in price. Interesting. EIL. How badly are we trying to lose some more life? Not super badly. I'm gonna stoke. True Grit is nice. And again, if I end my turn with no cards in hand, we do a lot more damage. I don't think we can kill it from this life total. Is there any reason to flex? Probably not. We're heavily incentivized to, not fucking die. Do we have it? 15 plus 35. We don't have it. What we do need to do is Ashen Strike. What if we just fucking rip it? Damn, 46. 18 incoming? Do we have to block this? No, we take the 2-turn lethal. I'm gonna look really stupid when we actually just... Yeah, we should have taken that extra little bit of block. I had a heart attack. I thought there was gonna be an extra phase to that fight for a second. I think Havoc is really good here. No, let's get another relic. Horn Cleat. At the start of my 2nd turn, gain 14 block for the rest. Now we're gonna have a forced elite fight, but we have some potions we can use. Oddly smooth stone. We get 1 dexterity. It means our block is gonna be 1 more block. That's very, very powerful. Let's take Fasten. We're gonna gain extra block from our block cards. Play out the whole hand. 2 breakthroughs looking mighty fine. That definitely could have been our flex potion in the moment. Flail Knight, the Spectral Knight, and the Magi. Alright, now Rupture is looking mighty fine. 15 incoming damage, that's going to be mitigated. Ashen Strike seems like the most cracked stuff. Your upgrades are no more? What the fuck? That's so rude. That is a cool effect, though, I'll tell you that. That's way overkill. Rampage will snipe that one. And play out the whole hand. Alright, way overkilled. And we should have killed the front one. There is no god. That's okay. Gonna take 8 damage. That is a little bit of damage to the dome. You're dead, DED, dead. Upgrade 2 attacks. We're gonna try to pick up another relic. There are no more boss fights coming up. No need to rest. Sleep is for the weak anyways. We could upgrade Stoke to upgrade our exile effect, basically. Evil Eye seems good. I'm gonna take the Stoke. We're gonna go up to the shop and remove a card. Apparition is really nice. Evil Eye is online. Not that it matters too much. So these guys I need to kill really quick. These Scroll of Bitings, when they connect with you and it's unblocked, you lose 2 max life. We have no fucking block in our hand. Which means we just need to kill things. Bash for 16. It's half of your life. Ashen Strike 1 taps this one. Bash refunds 1 energy. Go Bash. Into Ashen Strike. We eat the 10. Then we take 7. Then we go down to 63 max. It would appear. This is fine. Sorry for the microphone noise. We got Thrash. Thrash is so awesome. Thrash might be my new favorite card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna have to pitch 1 card. Apparition is incredible. Uppercut the back one. Thrash, exiling Strike from our hand. True Grit. Screamin' Flagon. At the end of your turn, if you have no cards in hand, deal 20. That's right, you heard it, 20 damage to each opponent. How nuts is that? Dark Embrace, whenever a card is exhausted, draw a card. Headbutt, traditionally. I'm a fan of that. Friend of the channel. True Grit. True Grit is really what we do want. We're gonna have another basic monster fight, so that is good. First time you lose HP, draw 3. Every time you play 3 skills, deal 5 damage to all opponents. Upon pickup, enchant up to 3 cards with Adroit. Take the new one. What is Adroit? We don't know. It said upgrade, so I'm assuming it's gonna upgrade to something better. Adroit says gain 3 block. So we can enchant these to gain 3 block. Kind of like a card that costs 2. Incentivize me to play that. Ashen Strike we're most likely to play from hand. Every time we see it, that is. So we want another card that we're going to play from hand every time we see it. I'm going to modify my attack cards to gain me a little bit more block. I think that's a little bit better. Greetings to anyone just joining us. Slay the Spire 1 is my most played game of all time. My goal on this run is to win my first run with this game. So I've been taking a little bit of safe choices. Safe choices. Seems to be working out just fine. Attack for 16. You can bash it. Ashen Strike will give us a little bit more health. I think we True Grit. Aggression, you have failed me for the last time. Then we could either Ashen Strike now. Let's Ashen Strike now so we lose no life. In case this new owl, this new chicken wants to hit me for a gajillion damage. Which is possible. It's always possible. The Spire is unforgiving. As it could. Ordering Matty. What are you doing? I'm gonna eat 22 damage. That hurts. Stoke is good. 6 plating. And rupture. Okay, so at the start of the turn, we're going to gain 10 block from the Crimson Mantle. Then we're going to lose 1 life, which is going to trigger rupture to gain me 2 strength. Okay? Got the Rube Goldberg machine. Good to see you, Chromahan. It is here. It is finally here. My goal is to win my very first run of this game. Right now, we're on floor 3. Ashen Strike is really cool. Deal 37 damage. Deals 4 damage for every card in my exhaust, which is 7. So it does 28 additional damage. I also enchanted it to have Adroit. Or probably French. I don't know. Adroit. So when you enchant it with that keyword, you gain 4 block when you play it. This turn, your next card is played in extra time. We love that. I think we're going to try to hit a rupture with that. But we can keep it flexible. Expect to fight. Fight me. I have this relic called Pale's Wing. I met a melting dragon. And every time there are card rewards, I can sacrifice the card reward. Every 2 times I do that, I get a relic. We got none other than Nunchaku. Every 10 times you play an attack, gain energy. We're going to rest at the campsite, and let's see how the Act 3 boss is. It is the Queen and the Torch Head Amalgam. Now, I don't know what to kill first in this fight. I am going to go Thrash onto this and Stoke. Thunderclap. Not a great opener, for being real here. Screamin' Flagon is the core of this run. At the end of your turn, if you have no cards in your hand, deal 20 damage to each opponent. That's right, 20. One more time, it's 20. Alright, I think I made my point. We're going to use the Crimson Mantle. At the start of my turn, gain 10 block and lose 1 life. It's a new power. There's 27 damage incoming. How much can I mitigate? I think we use the Iron Wave. And the question is, do we need to burn this apparition now? Alternately, I could duplicate my Twin Strike to deal 27 here. Excuse me, 36. Kind of like the Iron Wave. 6 block. I'm just going to use the apparition. Maybe against my better judgment. The Thorns are ticking away at our opponent. 22 damage incoming. Ashen Strike has been buffed up to 17 damage. We're going to start with Shrug It Off. Bird Swoop. I've enchanted Bird Swoop with Adroit, so every time I play it, I gain 3 block. We're relatively safe. And this is almost dead. It is dead. Okay, now it's empowering itself. We're going to use our duplicator onto Rupture. That's going to give us an insane late game plan. We use Apparition to save ourselves for 1 life. Now, at the start of the turn, we're going to gain 10 block. We're going to lose 1 life. Then we're going to double trigger Rupture to gain 4 strength. Beautiful. Bromahan says, love it. I'm so excited to play. For good reason. For good reason. I thought it was all bad news this year, and then I was like, oh, I guess Slay is coming out, huh? We'll take 5 damage. We're at 44. We only have 344 damage to continue fighting through. Also, this completely nullifies my Screaming Flagon, which is driving me crazy. We have to use the Bash. So, we can make our Thrash eat the Ashen Strike. When Thrash is used, it does X damage twice. After that, it exhausts a random attack in my hand and adds its damage to this card. We're going to Bird Swoop, and then we're going to Thrash, adding how much damage to it? Thrash now does 42 damage twice. So once we draw that, this thing is dead. Plating. At the end of your turn, gain block. I think we need more plating. Then we're going to True Grit and pitch our Defend. And unfortunately, still going to take a huge amount of damage. But I don't think it's going to hit us again for that much. Okay, 28 incoming damage is a pretty big deal. I now have... You read that right. 17 strength. 17 strength. These do 25. Oh, God. Wait. Yeah, we survive here. Not by much, I'll tell you that much. We're going way down where we're going. 11 could have been worse. Lose a little bit of life at the start of my turn. Uppercut, Iron Wave. I think we got it. I think we got it. Twin Strike. And we have done it! I've won my very first run. Amazing. So the Archdemon's Thrall has arrived. Threaten. Enemy. Kill. Nice. What do we unlock? In the timeline, reveal epochs to unlock cards, relics, and much more. So do we have a meta progression system? Mother of Resurrection Neo, awakened from her slumber. Rise champion again and again. Speaking of Meow. I've got my dice tower right here. Meow makes an appearance. Thank you for the lovely Christmas present. All right. You know what happens once we beat a run? We go for the next one. And the meme is Ascension 1 is easier. Ascension 1 is easier because with more elites, there is more room to get relics. Bolton Fist deal 10 damage, double the enemy's vulnerable. Vulnerable enemies take an additional 25% damage. Gain 1 strength for each vulnerable on the enemy. At least in that first run, strength was easy to come by. I think I won the game with like 21 strength or something. Void of nothingness. But then the world came into existence. It churned about and molded itself to that which tells stories. Along this journey lay a planet named Creon, a mere speck in this universe. They say that a great story about a spire took place there. So now we have a name of the world. Very cool. Automation. Every 10 cards you draw, gain an energy. Probably goes crazy on the silent. Entropy. At the start of your turn, transform 1 card in your hand. That probably is terrible beyond belief. Catastrophe. Play 2 random cards from your draw pile. That is up my alley. I'll tell you that much. The Pact. For centuries, war raged between the Ironclads and the Valley Guard. Valley Guard? Where are these? Yes. How fitting. That. How fitting what the holiday presents were with this game coming out. When this game was announced on March 5th, yeah, today, I nearly teared up. Driven by ambition, a young ironclad ventures into the forbidden boundary and bargains with the sacred demon. Blood Potion Classics, Soldier Stew. All cards containing strike gain 1 replay. Replay. Oh, this combat. So replay automatically recasts. Maybe I'll read fewer of these because, okay, the Ironclad's Rage cannot be tamed. Ascension difficulties can be activated. I'm going to read a few less of these upgrades so I can naturally run into them. The Ironclad's strength surges. The flames of the demonic pack course through his blood. Cuts and bruises heal rapidly. The Valley Guard are cleaved in two. The Desert Tribe are burned to a crisp. Windwalkers smashed into the ground, and even a familiar horde Aggressive, bronze-cladded warriors are set ablaze with these exciting new flames. All of the Ironclad's enemies are shown no mercy. All of the Ironclads... Ironclad? Where is everyone? Red Skull. And we have unlocked the Silent. She ferries a boat to the capital. It is time. We have to play the Silent now. So this is our meta progression system, and I like that it is uncovering a story. The Silent. Now, the Silent has traditionally been my favorite class. My favorite way to play the Silent, and I'm not going to say that this was, you know, a good strategy. I would just, like, spend hours forcing poison, no matter how well the run went. Chat, what are we doing? Arcane Scroll, get a random rare card, Golden Pearl, gain 150 gold. Large Capsule, gain 2 random relics and add an additional strike and defend to your... I'm gonna say that these relics are probably the best. Let's look at the map first, though. Look at the map first. And then what we're going to do is plan out our run to hit the merchants. Many as possible. Many as possible. Scroll back down through these merchants. Ornamental fan. So our offense is pay it off, and then we got a pair. We have a little bit of increased life also. We got our relics early. But we have a safe path down the left side that we can also get some elite fights with. Look at this defend art. Yo, this defend art is amazing. Amazing. By the way, I really wanted to win that first run just because, you know, that's an achievement that you can't get a do-over for. Oh, I'm little now. How small I am. It shrunk me. Glad we have neutralize. We're safe for now. We have to remember that we have the fan, so every 3 attacks we are rewarded. What we don't want is to take any damage in these first fights. So the game plan for the rest of today, I'm going to play for about an hour more, then I have to make some very, very small tweaks to my decks. I just got a new deck box for Magic. I'm going to have to use that at some point. Or to set it up. These are not great. We'll take the leg sweep because it could be worse. We're going to cut a defend to start though. With Silent, we absolutely can take 0 damage from these early fights. At least that's how it was in the last game. I imagine that's probably going to be true too in this one. gonna have to set up a hotkey to automatically enter. Because I have an MMO mouse, I could play this entire game with my mouse. Clean. Piercing Whale, one of my faves. When you draw a card during your turn, deal 2 damage to all enemies. Ooh, I love that. Sly, if this card is discarded from your hand before the end of your turn, play it for free. All right, I'm gonna take the Piercing Whale. We have a nice defensive build kind of accumulating right now. Gotta go. Raculum, if you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. So a little bit of a non-bow with ornamental fan, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna hit this one to kill it. I'm gonna mark some damage onto the guy in the back. Piercing Whale. I'm gonna clutch. We'll apply the weak preemptively for next turn. 13. Always liked dodge and roll. 1 dex, 4 thorns. All we have to do is discard it. All we have to do is discard it. All we have to do is discard it. Right? Man, I think we might consider going to a shop. Got a pretty bad deck right now. Vulnerable now. Guess we didn't need a Piercing Whale there. As they say, there's always a bigger Yorkmonger. Like, can you give me 1 free turn to play the cool power? 1 dex, 4 thorns? That's so crazy. Yeah, we can kill you with 1 strike per turn. How we're gonna do it. Mind cranking. Now we can't get abrasive out. Great tragedy has befallen the wasteland. He definitely had the defensive tools to not take any damage. So the silent is silenting. We'll take 1 damage here. That's acceptable losses. This isn't Ascension 20 yet. And I can still miss him. Dagger throw. I already can tell that I'm gonna love the slime mechanic. Right, we're facing the statue again. This is the new version of the head that was laying on its side. We should have led with the power. What if we abrasive again? We have 8 thorns. I mean, 8 thorns is nutty. $18 incoming. Always draw last. Take 5 more. These strikes are killing me. Absolutely devastating my mental. Guy has 10 fucking strength. 3? Hey, I gotta also just remember, I have all these thorns still. I have so many thorns. So the leg sweep, do nothing strategy is very, very viable. I actually should have put more faith in it on further inspection. Now, that is not going to be true of each fight, though. So I can't plan on that 8 thorn damage. Cloak and Dagger, profoundly mid. Dodge and Roll, classic for a reason. Let's take full shots. Against my better judgment. Obtain the chosen cheese. At the end of combat, gain 1 max health. Which means, according to our last run, we're going to gain about 39 max health for the entire run. Oh, but it's combat, so we're going to have that? Probably have that. Excuse me. Right, we can discard the abrasive. Alright, immediately love the slime mechanic. Especially putting it on a power. That's amazing. Look at these idiot cats. We'll destroy the one that has 6 damage incoming. I love this. Dexterity and Thorns all put together on one card. One happy little card. I love Regeneration Potion. Makes me very safe. We need Blade Dance for the damage. We don't have enough draw this card to support Tactician yet. We're at 28 life. What we need to do is hit a merchant. We're going to go to the left. We're going to hit a campsite. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, draw a card. Very nice. We don't have 50% life. Once the fire starter begins to swell, reaching not upwards but sideways towards a grove of oil seeping trees. So I could rest anyway. If I rest anyways, that sounds like I'd be going for the elite fight. I'm not going to. I'm going to lose the 8 max life. That's going to compensate by the chosen cheese to get a random relic. Start of each combat, game 4 plating. Filthy. We love it. We're below 50% health, so we're going to rest. Easy rule of thumb. So this has 1 artifact. Flechette's for 13 is pretty cool. We're going to leg sweep to apply 2 weak to it, so its next turn is going to have 1 less attack. We're just going to piercing wail out of convenience. So we have plating and oraculum. If I abrasive, we intend to take 2 damage. I could double defend strike for the safe route. I'm okay with. We have 1 plating. I feel like leg sweep survivor gets us there. Yeah, we're safe here. We're really trying to discard that potion at some point. That power, I mean, the sly power. Sly power is in my deck right now. I don't think we're gonna have time to play it, which is fine. We don't love the 17 life filter bead through. Draw 3. Neutralize. Incoming damage is now 22. 8 plus 5 plus 5 is 18. We could have 18. Block. Why don't we grab the health potion? We survivor the abrasive. We should have led with that. Oh my god, we could have 3 strikes. You're out. Oops. I think deadly poison is a good pickup here. It's slow. We are slow. It all makes sense. I'm going to assume this fight is going to go long, so I'm going to use the regen potion to get all the value out of it. 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 2 is 14, plus 1 is 15. We get 15 healing. The new Shiv. That's right, we get 15 healing off of a regen potion. Flechette's hits 3 times. We'll take that. Maybe Survivor. Still take 6, but that's okay. We should have the damage to just kill it now. We would prefer to get our 3 healing though. For the record, Deadly Poison has been a great pickup already. You never have too many backflips. Time to cut a card. So we can't take the toxic egg. Outbreak. Every 3 times you apply poison, deal 11 damage to all enemies. First of all, we're going to remove a card. Remove the extra strength. Next up. I don't think the Ninja Scroll is good enough. Akabeko is not good enough. Outbreak. Remove all artifact and block from the enemy. Wow. That's really strong. I think we take acrobatics. We're really loading up our deck, but we've added a lot of card draw. I definitely should have upgraded there. I fat fingered it. This enemy intends to use a buff. Let's give it 2 Vaughn. Throw everything at it. Acrobatics to put the abrasive into the bin. I think we go deadly poison. Alright, precise cut was a little bit bold. Dare I be so bold? We do have a good defensive turn, theoretically. And precise cut is looking better. What we need to do is still remove cards from our deck. So nothing crazy there. Turn off mutant background. Draw first off a backflip. We can endure all of that damage. 1 block, 4 thorns. 4 thorns and a dream. To maintain the weak on our opponent and keep blade dancing. It would appear Flechettes is the highest damage thing I have. This is another Flechette's turn. Ah, we got silenced, or rule of law. Yeah, you can kind of tell when I have to pee because all my plays go out the window. Strike, then Survivor, and Precise Cut. This little guy should be dead in 3 turns. 3 turns. Fuck. A ringing bell happened again. Acrobatics. Backflip. Neutralize. Defend. Now, again, we will full heal at the end of floor 1. Flechette's is kind of bomb. I thought Flechette's was a meme card. Size cut. Oh shit, we just killed Enduring Vitality. No! It's alright, it's gonna come back as an enchantment. I clipped that. We killed Bambi. Alright, I'll run to the restroom. Alright, try hard. Try hard mode intensifies. Who's Raren playing? Raren's playing with Raffle and Dreads? That's pretty sick. I'm glad this game is out. I'm gonna live and breathe this. Alright, weak enemies take double damage from attacks. That's pretty cool. Storm of Steel? It's probably Storm of Steel. Is that only good on turn 1? I think we all know the answer. Maybe. Again, we have to prioritize the merchant. We got a double merchant. We're just going to rip that line without thinking too hard about it. We're going to take the, at the start of your turn, draw an additional card. Definitely the energy one was a high consideration. It seems really good just to have that extra draw. We are going to go after the middle one. We don't want to get hit for 8. Also badly. We can Survivor the rest of that damage. And we Blade Dance 3 times onto that guy. I'm going to block the Exoskeleton. We're going to Storm of Steel. Already looking like a pretty okay pickup. Flechette's is pretty good. Plus it does that damage incrementally. Rid of that Sly. Bouncing Flask is back. Leading Strike. Deals 7 damage and add a Shiv into your... We're kind of between Poison and Shiv. We only have really one good Poison card, but I want to play some Poison. I'm biased. I'm so biased. We can enchant 3 cards with Adroit. That was so clutch last time. I think we want to do, like, Neutralize. It costs 0. So then Bouncing Flask costs 2, but we want to play it often. So let's give that a little bit of block. And then I think we're also going to be playing Precise Cut every time we see it. That's the idea. We want to enchant Adroit. Hang on. Break the 4th wall. Hang on, we have some investigative journalism coming on.
Adroit. 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 Adroit.
Oh.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
All right, let's continue on. All right, we need gold. Oh man, we really burned all our gold. Oh. I'm scared, Mr. Stark. Hate to say, this is the light sweep. How we drew no defensive cards is a mystery to me to this day. We have the ornamental fan. I need to remember that we have the fan because we can use our shivs to convert our attacks into blocks. Again, we can use our shivs to convert our attacks into block. Oh my god, they added the Hearthstone system where you can queue up your attacks. I got way, way over eager right there. Oh my god, why did I do this to myself? Unforced error, having to use the potion. Not even a fucking elite fight. Yikeroonies. Alright, we can play a little bit slower. That's why I was kind of avoiding using the number keys. Once I start using the number keys, that's when you know I'm gonna start going crazy time on the misplays. Where did that 8 damage come from? Oh, that was poison, excuse me, okay. Lucky Tonic, gain 1 buffer. Do I want this card back? I think I do. I think I do. Blade Dance Plus. That seems really good. Now our ornamental fan is going a little bit nuts. We have a little bit of a little problem right here. Little problem right here. On we march. Piercing Whale. My goat, Piercing Whale. If other segments are still alive, revives in 2 turns with 25 life. This is basically, I mean, I'm sure they have more, but this is like a replacement for that blob fight. Are they blobs? What are they? They're kind of black, kind of green. We can Survivor, pitch a strike. Well, we blocked part of it. We're still weak. Neutralize the middle one. I'm feeling pressured to spend more cards. But now we have to kill the middle one. Did I get 1 turn of y'all chilling out just a little bit? Kind of pissing me off a little bit. So unfortunately, we had to burn the middle one down. It's going to leave the front one to cause me some problems. I'm losing a lot of life in this fight. We have a campfire upcoming. I mean, I guess we're not that concerned. Maybe if I keep misplaying, we are that concerned. We like gives. Oh, if you overdraw, it goes to your graveyard now. Right, because I got 4 instead of 3. That's why I did that wrong. First one dies. Gain more block. You eat the first one, take 10 more damage, down to 22. I don't know how I'm gonna... I think I'm gonna die here. As we were kind of saying earlier, I don't think I have enough damage. We do discard the abrasive and hit this one now. Okay, we might have stabilized. Thorns are really helpful. I think we have it here. Alright, we got it. That was pretty hard. That's rough, buddy. Liquid Memories, we love it. Lantern. Breath of fresh air, everyone. We got Lantern. Thank God. Is Anticipate good? It's good on our first turn. It's probably not good after that. Gain block equal to the poison on all enemies. I think we skipped this one. We're going to randomize it to hit strike. Perfect. Rest. Now we can double rest. So we should be safe. We should be safe. Asterisk. Orange cleat. More safety. This enemy intends to summon monsters. Oh. Always play exposed last. Tell you what, dealing 55 damage on turn 1 is pretty good. It hatches after 1 turn. I don't know how badly I want to see what they hatch into. Alright, we got rid of 1 egg. Alright, they're pretty small, but I have a feeling they hit hard. Okay, they hit soft. They hit soft. Bouncing flask. Give me all your value. Okay, we have a better slow game plan now. We haven't even seen like leg sweep. Hits 5 times. All right, that is satisfaction to me. Pitch, defend. Play, survive. Eat 2 more damage. That's okay, we're about to rest at the next rest site. The Avocopter, probably dead right here. Nice. I like escape plan a lot. The knowledge demon sounds like it interacts with my hand in some way. Hope it's not like Time Lord. I think we just need more attack. We need more damage. By any means. Poison Stab is by any means. We have a forced boss fight, but this is okay. Feeling pretty good about this one. 6, we're going to draw 6, 7, 8, and then we're going to discard 1. Alright, we don't discard the crazy thing. We can discard basic strike. Neutralize, so 14 damage is incoming. Backflip. Leg sweep is a really good long-term game plan. Poison is our next best game plan. I think we're gonna go poison on your ass. On the Entomancer. Their giant green arm. I'm so intimidated. This looks like Bouncing Flask. Bouncing Flask. Storm of Steel. I'm not going to turn on fast mode until I've played the game a little bit longer. Still want to have that experience of enjoying the animation. $24 incoming. Why don't we drink a potion to grab acrobatics, putting abrasive into our graveyard, automatically casting it. Then we go flechettes, defend, and defend. Mitigate all but 9 of that damage. Oh, and 1 life off of it, having died. Which is fine. Well, acrobatics just for fun. Alright, not too bad. Planisphere, whenever we enter a question mark, gain 4 life. Backflip plus is good. Can't really have too many backflip pluses. We are going to blade dance our way into enough armor. The leg sweep is dead right now. Need 2 more attacks and then 1 defend. Thank you, fan. I'm a huge fan. Remove all artifact and block. My god. My god. Maybe not my favorite card, but it's fucking close. What a sick effect. Alright, neutralize just kills the front one. We can bouncing flask and deadly poison all at once. Now we just take 0 damage. 0 damage 1 time. Piercing Whale is perfect. Then the fan. The trigger. Finisher is really strong. We are doing the Shiv build. Kind of Shiv splash poison. We have flechettes. Oh, it's not finisher. Okay. Wow, casual 50 something damage, 57 damage. Is that backflip? Okay, the art is fucking me up a little bit. Only because I have 700 hours in the original Slay the Spire. Alright, focus up, focus up. I'm just gonna do the 3 damage now. We could blade dance for 1 more trigger, or we could just bouncing flask. We take 14. Damn, this is a normal fight. Leg sweep. You have thorns too? I have miscalculated. Ouch. We took a lot more damage in that fight than anticipated. Footwork plus. Oh, that is a huge hit. We have 30 cards in our deck. That is massively bad. We're gonna have to spend the whole third floor just removing cards. I assume the Knowledge Demon's gonna do some bullshit to me. Called the fucking Knowledge Demon. I think we could do the Mind Rod. We already have the Relic to compensate for it. This gains me a little bit of block. And Storm of Steel will give me the rest of that block in the fan. Neutralize is never late, it's never early, it's always on time. Discard the Strike to buff up our flechettes. Blade Dance for the rest of the armor. Take a little bit of damage, but that's pretty good. Alright, Bucko, how much are you healing for? 30 heal. Almost mitigated by just my poison alone. We have to take the Disintegration because otherwise our shivs are offline. Discard Finisher. Finisher Storm of Steel, not so hot. Leg Sweep, pretty hot. Other than the 7 I take at the end of my turn. Go Acrobatics. Don't really need a strike here. This will give us some extra block. And then Survivor will pitch the strike. We'll still take damage, but we're not gonna die here. The Neutralize is perfect. The Defends go crazy style with our now 4 Dexterity. Footwork plus, incredible. Alright, calculated. Looking good. We're bopping around. Adrenaline. Easy choice. Adrenaline, best card in the game. Act 3, Glory. We're gonna be fighting the test subject. Whenever you play 2 or fewer cards in a turn, take half damage. Mark 7 random combat. 7 random combat. The 5th card you play each turn is free. Storm count. Storm count is... We gotta go to the shop. Then our only other opportunity to shop will be in the top left corner. What we need is true grit. Too bad we're not in that class. We really want abrasive right here. We don't get it. Instead, we get 2 blade dances. Not terrible. Oh, we forgot about our trigger. I like applying the weak right away for next turn. You could just defend. I really can't emphasize how much free defend is. Four. 5. All right, we are learning, people. We're learning. Friends, we are learning. Well, that was scary for a little bit. I like that the health bar turns green. This is one of those bloated deck runs. Mega bloated. We have to get rid of cards every time possible. I like upgrading cards. I think we take dagger throws because we need to combat the size of our deck with a lot of cards. It's how it is. We have a finisher in hand. Leg sweep the back one. Let's get a free backflip. This will go 7, 8, 9, 10. I have no idea why I only punched that thing. I assure you that finisher was more damage. We're trying to use poison to get rid of the back one. I do like casually 25 damage. Pretty sick. Alright, they're both dead. Is plating and decks, do they work together in this? They definitely did not work together in the last one. Hard to have too many footworks. You don't really want to go above 3 with them, but still powerful. We really should have taken the sacrifice thing again on Peel. The call of the new cards was too strong. I think we save Piercing Whale for a rainy day. .24 damage off the finisher is not bad. So finisher with 1 attack before it kind of actually is enough. I didn't realize. I'm gonna grab a skill. Can I discard something? No. Discard my hand. Oh yeah, Storm of Steel with Sly. That's some good stuff right there. Double footwork, we're safe. Perma safe. Okay, we have 2 plating and 7 decks. How much armor do we gain? 2. Right, so it is expected. I don't know where we gained like 8 armor randomly. Oh, so they have the hummingbird keyword from mods, from Mod the Spire. It really seems like they've taken a lot of pages out of mods that have been added to the original, and that is amazing. That is an amazing thing. Mods are what made the first one such a perfect game. Cruising through the mid game. Another backflip for a bloated deck. Alright, let's get this abrasive out of my hand. Next on the docket. It's Deadly Poison. Dagger Throw. Pitch a strike. Neutralize the front one. Our free spell is Bouncing Flask. Finish with Blade Dance. Gain some more armor on the backside. You're now safe. Nice, so we can get around that. That was my strength turn. That was my strength turn. Your upgrades are no more. We'll lose backward, that's fine.
What are the next two cards we draw? We could have exiled these two. Would have been footwork. Nah, that's not worth thinking about. Not worth thinking about. We'll spend our 5th card on Storm of Steel. Again, we had another strength potion opportunity. But you know what? We really didn't need to use it. And it's good that we held on to it. I think we killed the front one. Dagger throw the first one. Send the second. Weaken the last. We could have gotten to 5 cards there. Gotta learn that play pattern. 1, 2. Does not count as playing it, notably. Noted. Poison Strike, Precise Strike. Then we forget that we have this again. Brilliant Scarf. Another dead boss. Leg sweep? Neutralize. Poison Strike, Deadly Poison? That's a lot of poison. Powers are afflicted with Galvanize. This isn't playing it, though. Right? I think it did affect me. Doesn't matter now, but I would like to know for the future. We're okay. Matty, we have to be okay with not knowing everything day one. Alright. The fan is carrying this run. Stick you with a lot more poison. Adrenaline. Blade Dance. We also didn't get our free one again, and we had an expose. You can tell I'm getting a little distracted. A little lost in the sauce for what I have to do after this. Piercing Whale is really good. Good. I got a Lizard Tail. So I'm okay to die one time. Even to this boss, I could die to it. I don't really want to. Flick Flack. Great name. Alright, this hits 4 times. Backflip. Free card is going to be acrobatics. Card to defend. We're going to expose and then Storm of Steel. And we gain 8 block off of all those shivs. We're at 2 spells. We're gonna Blade Dance. Recast Footwork. Now we're big chilling.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Could be a really big finisher. And I could have woven in the deadly poison. I have the scarf. I have the scarf. 1, 2. 3. Soul Nexus. Fourteen more health. 2. 3. Another dead elite. Strikes do more damage now. That sounds too crazy to pass up, Speedster. We get that turn 1. It's crazy. We can get rid of the Oraculum. What is this? The Stone Cracker. At the start of boss combats, upgrade 3 random cards in your draw pile for the rest of combat. That's so good. It's so good. Flechettes go crazy here. Footwork. Blade Dance. Recast. Yes, Flick Flack. Flick the Flack. We use Shackling Potion to cover our power if we draw it. I think the leg sweep is better here. Plus we get some wheat distributed. Let's spell 1, 2, 3, and 4. Recast Abrasive. 5, poison you. And we defend. Wha-boom. So, this is our second run. We won our very first run of Slay the Spire 2. Some exciting stuff right there. Choose a card to discard. Probably the strike. If we backflip, we could draw into neutralize. We then have like a chance of burning Speedster. I don't want to burn Speedster. We do have our 3 block from footwork. And I fat finger that again. Alright. Brilliant Scarf. I will figure you out by the end of hopefully the day, maybe the night. We'll find out. Neutralize. Acrobatics. Speedster says whenever I draw a card during my turn, 3 damage to each opponent. Insane shit. Insane. Get rid of a strike. Why don't we leg sweep so that we get 2 more turns of weakened? Namely, this turn, we start the turn with my opponent weakened. Alright, Flechettes is going crazy. It helps that we got this random relic at the start of the second floor. At the start of your turn, draw an additional card. That sounds as good as it is. Phyrexian Altar. Phyrexian Arena. For free. I think we storm a steal here. Dagger throw first. Pitch the defend. I really like this new power. 2 mana, so it's a little expensive, but whenever you draw a card, deal 2 damage each opponent. Then you upgrade it, and when you upgrade it, it does 3 damage when you draw a card. Why can't the Sucker Punch be Sucker Punch Plus? Cloak and Dagger with the Shiv build is really good. We have not seen accuracy. I don't know if accuracy is there. I also have to remember that the Shivs alright. Backflip. Speedster, that's what we were looking for. So I mean with Speedster, we don't have to do anything. Alright, I gotta slow it down. The most important thing is that I play or activate the Brilliant Scarf as often as possible. That's card number 1. Expose. Blade. Shiv. Free, deadly poison, defend, Shiv, Shiv. That would have been one more attack that I could have squeezed in there. Draw 3. Draw 2. You've been infected. If we had accuracy, this run would be like over already. So Speedster doesn't include your draw step. It's not surprising. I don't want to say it's disappointing. It's probably a lot more fair that way. Okay, now that we have 2 footworks out, we're very safe. Six Shivs in a row. Look at that. This guy's pumping my deck full of slimes. Joke is on you. My deck has no good cards. All right. About to hit the final boss. I don't want the stable serum. The hunt. If fatal, gain an additional card reward. I think we want another dagger throw. Without our draws, we have 33 life. We cannot take a boss. An elite, rather. We do have 92 life, so these guys connecting, these little fellas, these guys, gals, non-binary pals, are kind of hurting. What we do have is a free leg sweep. Obviously really good. We're gonna expose the second one. Like Flack. 49 armor. Okay, little overcompensating, but that's okay. Our goal is to take 0 damage in this fight. Would be really nice. I think we have the time to go Speedster, Cloak, and Dagger. Defend to preserve our life total. Our max health, that is. I love Speedster. I love it. I do. Speedster, Brilliant Scarf. Vulnerable Potion. Against my better judgment, I'm going to get rid of the Shackling Potion. Noxious Fumes Plus is such an unskippable card. We're going to skip it right here. Need to rest. Pretty badly. We're already walking into this final fight a little bit weak. When it's defeated, it revives even stronger. I can't say that's what I like to hear. I immediately forgot about my scarf one more time. Back to it. We are now safe. Free leg sweep. Do we have anything we want to discard? Not really. Dagger throws a little bit more damage, though. Alright, we lost footwork. That's not optimal. Poison Stab is good. I think we go Acrobatics. Get rid of the Abrasive. That's very nice. We're going to hold the Expose for the next phase of the boss fight. Finisher kills it. I wish we had burned these shivs, because now they're dead draws. Damn. Not optimal.
Kind of looking for finisher right now. It's a lot of incoming damage, huh? We don't get there with 3 attacks. Odds of hitting a 0 cost are really low. Why don't we just defend again? I need to remember defends are extremely potent now with 7. 7 decks. We'll use expose on this one. On the next one, we'll use that final expose. 2, 3, and then a free 4th spell. Our free one is going to be this poison stab. Dagger throw, get rid of the flick flack. Shiv, and finally, precise cut. We block all of that damage. That was a lot of damage, too. I think we have the nuclear one-shot online. I think we don't have the nuclear one-shot online. Not bad. Now we're going to double flex. We saw finisher already. You double flex for a Storm of Steel turn. Let's look at this new burn art. Oh, that's grody. That's a gross burn art. That's gross. Oh yeah, bouncing flask kind of gross too. Big cloak and dagger. We're about to get a free spell. That could be the poison stab. Oh, I missed my opportunity, didn't I? Have the nuclear burnout turn. It has that armor up again. At the end of every other turn, gain intangible what? So what I was looking at, was that improved intangible? The new intangible, that is? 4, and we get a free card, which is this last strike. So now it's going to gain intangible again. I mean, the poison game plan is still working pretty well. Acrobatics. You ready for this? Are you ready for this? You're not ready for this. Yeah. That shit was awesome. Oh! Run number 2 in the books. 2 in a row. You'll love to see it. Nope, not even an introduction. No shot. I did 1240 again. I think I did exactly that. Yeah, I did exactly that on my last run. Well fed, 24. I don't know what that means. Right, we'll skim through the discoveries, and that's going to be the end of the stream for today. The silent hungers for greater challenge. Ascension unlocked. Chapter 2, Scribbles. On this quiet planet, beasts of imaginations began to dot the world. They roamed the lands in this time of simple, gleeful violence. Countless ways to kill, to feed, to proliferate are suggested. Colonies, hives, groups, and schools ebb and flow into the nooks and crannies of Prion. The name of this world is Prion. The other sisters judge the fourth one in silence. They have not seen her for over 3 centuries as she returns with an ugly, pulsating scrap. By the way, I love the placeholder art. It's fucking awesome. The silent recollects the trial she endured for this trophy. Does not speak. To speak is weak. Only she can prove herself with more impressive trophy. There is always bigger prey. Bubble, bubble. If the enemy has poison, apply 9 poison. Poison is triggered 1 additional time. That is Chef's kiss on some of the crazy cards in here. I can't believe how power crept Slay the Spire got. His Majesty barely even looked anymore and swiped through planet profiles in the current constellation. I demand to visit a more exciting planet. The Regent slammed his fist down on the space console. Beep, beep, beep. Anomalous planet detected. We got a little bit of space coming into here. The Regent has arrived. Okay. That's one of the new characters. Sickness carrying a familiar scent courses through the silence veins. The heart piece is slowly killing her. The grotesque trophy is hurled into the ocean, but the blight has no cure. She will die soon. That's not optimal. All right, thank you for joining me today. We had a couple spikes in viewership. Man, expect a lot of Slay the Spire, I'll tell you that much. Thanks for joining. If you want to check out some more card game content, you can look at my channel. I have a lot of Magic content. I have some highlights of other games.